Hello, hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider, and today I'm in the Destiny official cookbook. I'm in the Destiny cookbook. You know that I love this thing. I love Destiny 2, Destiny. They're my favorite games. Destiny 2 is my favorite game of all time. It's right up there with Pac-Man. Right up there with Pac-Man. Okay, now today it is the beginning of a journey. You see some pages I have marked in the official cookbook. I'm going to be making Ajitsuke Tamago. Now, don't come at me, please, for mispronouncing some of these names. Ultimately, I'm going to be live streaming the spicy ramen noodle bowl, K6's favorite. You guys have been asking for it. I've been postponing it till I felt like I was ready. And it's a multi-step recipe, right? It's in the cookbook. It is the spicy ramen noodle bowl. But there's a lot of steps going into that. And this is Ajitsuke Tamago. And Tamago. This is eggs, okay? It's eggs. Difficulty is easy. Prep time is 20 minutes. Cook time is 10 minutes. Rest time is 24 hours. It yields 4 soft boiled eggs, dietary notes, eggs, dairy-free, and vegetarian. Now, I am going to just say, I'm going to say this, it's on digital, that I have made this prior. Some friends of mine and myself, we got together. We did the whole ramen thing. You know, we did the eggs, all that you're going to see involved in the spicy ramen noodle bowls. I've worked on it in advance because it's a complex recipe. I'm going to be live streaming it, and I want you, Guardians, chatters, viewers, subscribers, everyone, I want you to tune in to the live stream of the spicy ramen noodle bowl. It's going to be a real challenge for me, and I'm excited about it. Okay, Ajitsu Tamago. I've gotten a little spoiled. Now remember, this is from Eva Levante's, this is from her cookbook, her recipes, is how the book is written. I've gotten a little spoiled when it comes to fresh ingredients. You want it fresh as you can get it. Thanks to the time I spent recovering at the farm. I love the Ajitsuke Tamago they serve at the ramen shop. She loves them. She loves these eggs that they serve at the ramen shop. But I know it could be even better if they had fresh eggs. I've politely asked the Colonel for some help, but she tilted her head at me and then walked away. The Colonel, female, she's an egg layer. Who knew? Who knew? I did. I knew that. I read the cookbook. She walked away. I'll have to try again later. She's not going to give up her eggs for free, Eva. Give her some glimmer. Give her, a color shader. So here it goes. This is 4 eggs. These are the ingredients in case you're making this at home. 4 eggs, 1/2 cup soy sauce, 1/4 cup sugar, 1/4 cup mirin, 1/4 cup sake. So it's 1/2 and then everything else is 1/4. Now, I'm going to skip over number 1 and we're going to make this video in order, but here is step number 2. This, Guardians, is step number 2. Mix the soy sauce, the sugar, the mirin, and shake in a sealable bag. Add the eggs, seal, and make sure the eggs are fully covered. Place in the refrigerator and marinate for at least 24 hours. This dish can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. Now you can store these eggs, 3 days. I think that's the FDA recommended for food that you're going to be putting in the refrigerator that's cooked. Check your information from the government about the how long you can store food, right? So I'm going to do step number 2. We're going to mix this sauce. This is 1/4 granulated white sugar. It's going into a bag. Now remember, I'm going to be popping the eggs in here. You could use a container, but you want the eggs fully submerged in the liquid so that all that flavor is going to soak in. I'm going to work on the eggs, but right now we're going to mix the ingredients. So it's the sugar, and it goes 1/4 cup. Tap it, spank it, get it all out. Then it's the Mirin, and if you've never used Mirin before, I've kept my bottle here at my workstation. This is sweet cooking rice wine, and I'm not sponsored by any of these folks. I just wanted to share it with you. It's rice wine, and it smells, it smells absolutely fantastic. I like vinegar. I like it a lot. Now, in goes the vinegar, the Mirin, the rice wine. We have that in. Now goes the sake. This is my sake, and that is a Japanese drink. This is sake, and this is from Japan. And, it's absolutely an unusual, I think it's acquired. It's acquired, as is many of the alcohols are an acquired taste. But I want to put this in. Let's put it in, and this is sake. Was this also 1/4 cup of sake? Now, I need to grab my soy sauce. I've neglected, be prepared, Guardians. If you go in, be prepared. And here I am, I need soy sauce. Do I have it? No. Luckily, I've got some in the fridge. I'll be right back. Guardians, I am back. I pulled my soy sauce. This is Kikkoman. I pulled it out of the fridge, and I have my 1/2 cup. Remember, this was the largest ingredient as far as volume. This is 1/2 cup, and it goes. So now that's going to be all the ingredients that I need. We're now going to proceed to getting the eggs into this mixture. The best part, and these eggs are absolutely fantastic. I'm going to grab them and get them in this bag. Hang on. Now, Guardians, this is the egg step. This is step number 1 on making these Ajitsuke Tamago eggs. These are basically very special boiled eggs. Now, I have with me a small device. This is not in the cookbook. I'm just deviating slightly here. So if you make this at home, you'll actually have a step that may make it a little bit easier for you. Because these eggs, I have fresh eggs here, you want them to really come out nicely peeled. When you peel an egg, a boiled egg, you've all had the problem. Sometimes they're just not pretty. They break apart. The white, it doesn't look good. And Guardians, we all know, the better it looks, the better it is. Shaders matter. Shaders matter. And in this case, peeling the egg matters. All right, but I'm going to use this to be lowering the eggs in because I actually want the eggs to acclimate to the surrounding water temperature. Word of the day, acclimate. Okay, so let's see if I can use this. I'm going to take the egg and I'm going to put the large size down. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. We might get an ugly egg. Yeah, Riven, have you laid some ugly eggs? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's pop it down. Okay, you heard it pop in. I don't even see the hole. I'm gonna try it again. I mean, I hear something working. I need more practice. As you know, Guardians, I don't often make, ramen from scratch. Or now I clearly see that hole. That was a good one. Eggs are fragile, and I'm always afraid, like, am I going to break this? And I might have ruined that one egg. I might have got double holes in it. Double holes. Ah! Now see, look what I've done. I've made a mess. I'm going to lay that one to the side. Now, luckily, I only need 4. And I'm going to put these in, and I'm going to acclimate them. Now, a little bit of the egg has come out, but that's okay. Let's get these acclimated. So I'm just going to quickly dip them into the water. And ideally, this water would be boiling. I'm going to dip them in and out, so that it can set. I want it to set that egg white. I want the egg white to set. So in and out they go, in and out. Now I'm going to work on these others, and I will replace the mess. I cracked an egg. It takes a few cracked eggs to make an omelet. That is a reference to Destiny 2. For those of you who know, you know. All right, I'm going to continue to work on this, and then when the eggs get finished, I'm going to boil these for 6.5 minutes. It's very precise. The cookbook is very precise. 6.5 minutes. I'll be right back. Now, Guardians, I can see as I'm dipping those, I can see a little bit of the air escape from the egg. There is an air pocket in there, and as it escapes, hopefully the heat is acclimating, and we're going to have a solid set on the egg white. This is a really important step for those beautiful, smooth eggs, and I hope it works. I hope it works. I'm gonna grab a fifth one. Although the recipe says 4, I want 5 eggs in case one of them's too ugly to last. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna replace that broken egg. This is a 5th one. All right, I heard it puncture. I see the little puncture. We're going to go through the same process of acclimating this to the correct temperature, just to make those egg whites solid, to keep them from boiling out the bottom. I don't want them to boil out the bottom, and I probably could have used a little bit of a smaller pot. But I'm glad, this kind of happened because I get to reference the fact that sometimes in the game, in life, you might not be successful, but you tried to do everything right. I did put that on there. My grip was a little bit too powerful. I'm a Titan after all. And I broke it. But we don't let that deter us, Guardians. If you're not successful doing something in game that you really want to be successful at, don't give up. Keep going back. Practice makes perfect. And if I made these a lot here at home, I feel like I would be a lot better at it. Now, I want to set a timer for, now some of them have been in there a little bit longer, but that's okay, because if they were completely done, they would still be delicious. Hey, Google, set a timer for 6 minutes.
Sure. 6 minutes, and we're starting now.
Google, she can be your friend. Now, wave my hands over these and say some magic words. I ought, and hope that they peel correctly. I hope so. Now, I have a bath. We're going to dip these into an ice bath when the timer goes off. And then just a little side note, I have made some sashimi tagarashi. I promise I will continue to work on, pronouncing these words. This is a homemade salt spice recipe that I took from the Destiny official cookbook. I'm not going to make this on camera, but this is made here at home from, as we say back home, scraps, but made from scratch. This is sashimi tagarashi, and I've written the name down here because I've made several spices in my spice rack that are made here. So I'm going to continue to work on these eggs, Ajitsuke Tamago, and then I have my sauce ready, and I will be back. I'm going to clean up my broken egg mess and maybe save it for an omelet. I'm Ransom Ryder. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hang on, because at the end of this, I promise, we're going to have some eggs, and I'll be right back. Guardians, my timer has just gone off, so I'm going to pull these out. Now, ideally, you would have dipped all these eggs in at the same time, but, I didn't have a big enough basket. Proper tools. So I'm going to pull these out and immediately send them into an ice bath to cool off, and that's going to allow these to not form that green edge. I'm hoping that these don't form a green edge because looks are important in this dish. It needs to look good. It needs to look tasty. Now, I have my ramen bowls out. I'm going to be using these during the live stream. This is one step. The eggs are one step. And I have on behind me on the main oven, I have another portion of the dish preparing, which has to, age a bit in the refrigerator. So I'm going to be back. I'm going to peel these eggs and then I'm going to pop them into my bag of mixture. So hang with me. I'll be right back. All right, Guardians. Now, my eggs have cooled down in my ice water bath. This is just ice water. I've put the eggs in. Let me grab one and see if it's going to peel beautifully. There was one that had a little bit of a crack in it. And I want to go for that little unique one first. Where are you? Get up here. Now, I said there was one that had a crack, and watch it be elusive. I don't see it now. It's contracted with the water. Let's peel this and see if these come out the way I hope. Please, please peel. Now, there's a little thin layer in an egg, albumin, that, you need to just kind of like break that, and it's going to help you. But the little trick that I showed you with that special instrument, it really, you can see that this is going to peel smoothly. I'm continuing to dip it into the water, and I'm pulling that little layer back. And these are beautiful blue eggs. I had some of these for breakfast. They're really tasty, delicious. And this egg, it's peeling beautifully. So lucky, because sometimes Guardians, it just doesn't work out right. And I'm really excited to have this one peel beautifully. So when I cut this, the next part of it, these have to sit in the refrigerator in my mixture. Now I'm going to pop it into this mixture. I have the bag in a bowl in case there were, it was to pop. It's still going to keep my mixture from running out all over the refrigerator, and it will keep my eggs submerged in the bag. Now I'm going to peel the rest of these. This is a chore. This is a big chore, but it's worth it. In the end, Guardians, this spicy ramen noodle bowl that Cade 6 loved, I too love it, and I think you're going to love it. So I'm going to peel all these, get them into the bag, and then this will be refrigerated for, till my live stream, till the live stream. So join me for that. I am Ransom Rider. This is Ajitsuke Tamago. Let these set in your refrigerator, for a day. Tomorrow you could eat these. But the longer they stay, the better the flavor will be. So, give them 2 days. Give them 2 days. Thank you, Guardians, for hanging out with me through these Ajitsu Tamagos. This is not something I make, I've only made this one time prior to this making. So thank you for hanging out with me, and forgive me for any of the words that I have mispronounced. I'm Ransom Rider. I love Destiny 2, and I am really grateful that you're hanging out with me as we journey through the cookbook, and we will end up with spicy ramen noodle bowl. Bye. Bye. Thank you, Guardians. I'm just going to crack away. You got to break a few eggs to get that omelet. In this case, it's a spicy ramen noodle bowl. Oh man, another one is peeling so beautifully. So beautifully. Thank you, Guardians. Thank you. I see the moon. It's made of cheese. Who sang that? Who sang that? Leave a comment. Leave a comment.